Sun Wu, revered as Sun Tzu, was born around 535 BC with the courtesy name Chongqing. He was from Luan, Qi, now Huimin, Shandong. Also known as the Saint of Soldiers and the Holy of Soldiers, it is known as the teacher of 100 generations of strategists and the ancestor of Eastern military science. The Art of War by Sun Tzu is the most famous ancient Chinese military book, the greatest military work in world military history, and the most outstanding contribution of Sun Wu to the construction and development of world military theory. Today, The Art of War by Sun Tzu is also well known in the world. The book elaborates on the laws, strategic principles, tactics, and logistical support of war, with rich content and concise language. The book emphasizes the subjective initiative in war and the ways to deal with objectivity, full of argumentation. Its basic principles have been widely applied in various aspects of society and economy by later generations, and have been translated into English, French, German, Japanese, and other languages with a profound impact on future generations. Sun Wu's great ancestors and grandfathers were both famous generals of the state of Qi. Influenced by his family, Sun Wu has been fond of military tactics since childhood and hopes to have a place to be useful. But the disputes and internal turmoil in the state of Qi led Sun Wu to leave the state of Qi at the age of 18 and arrive in the state of Wu. At the beginning of the state of Wu, Sun Wuxian lived in seclusion and wrote books on the outskirts of Wudu, now Suzhou, Jiangsu, waiting for the opportunity. In 515 BC, after ascending to the throne, King Helu of Wu sought talents extensively in order to achieve hegemony. Minister Wu Zishu recommended Sun Wu to the king of Wu, and Sun Wu wrote 13 military strategies to present to the king of Wu. After seeing it, King Wu was amazed and asked Sun Wu to practice it and see the effect. In order to test Sun Wu's talent, the king of Wu did not give him soldiers, but instead gave him 180 palace maids to practice. Sun Wu didn't care at all. He divided the palace maids into two teams and had the two most beloved concubines of the king of Wu serve as team leaders, leading the palace maids to listen and practice. After Sun Wu finished practicing the command to the palace maids, he ordered someone to beat drums and practice. But the palace maids didn't listen to his commands at all, only found it amusing, laughed incessantly, and their formation became chaotic. Sun Wu immediately ordered the beheading of the two captain magi to enforce military discipline. The king of Wu was so frightened that he quickly sent someone to deliver an order to Sun Wu. I already know that the general is good at using troops. Without these two beautiful concubines, I would not be able to eat well. Please forgive them. Sun Wu, however, killed the two beautiful concubines of the king of Wu under the pretext of, "The general is in the army, and you will not accept your life." Later, he appointed them as team leaders to continue training. This time, the palace maids were quickly trained to advance and retreat in an orderly manner, with a well-organized formation. Although the king of Wu lost two concubines, he ultimately appointed Sun Wu as his general because he knew that Sun Wu was a rare general who helped him achieve his hegemonic career. In this regard, the king of Wu still has some magnanimity. In 512 BC, Sun Wu accompanied King Wu and Wu Zishu to conquer the vassal states of Chu, Zhongwu, now northeast of Sichuan, Jiangsu, and Shu, now west of Lujiang County, on Hubei, and won consecutive battles. He Lu wanted to seize the victory and directly attack the capital city of Chu, but Sun Wu dissuaded him, saying, "The Chu army cannot be underestimated yet. Besides, we are already very tired after destroying both countries. We should withdraw our troops and rest, ready to fight again." He Lu then returned to his home country with his troops. Wu Zishu and Sun Wu determined the strategy of harassing Chu and seeking opportunities to break through Chu, and then formed three elite armies to take turns attacking the Chu border. When the first army attacked, the state of Chu mobilized its main force to confront it. But as soon as the Chu army emerged, Sun Wu led the Wu army to retreat. When the Chu army had just returned, the second attacking army sent by the state of Wu began to take action again. This type of wheeled attack made the Chu state passively cope, leaving the army exhausted and the national strength severely depleted, causing some small vassal states to defect one after another. However, the Wu state gained a lot from the attack. In 506 BC, Sun Wu once again defeated the Chu army using the tactics of long-distance and agile attacks. At that time, the state of Chu besieged the vassal state of Wu, which was also known as the Small Handle Kai State. Sun Wu led 30,000 elite soldiers to sail upstream against the Huai River for rescue. The Chu army saw the situation was not good and quickly withdrew, setting up defenses in the Han River. Unexpectedly, Sun Wu suddenly abandoned his ship and landed on the shore, rushing towards the hinterland of Chu by land, causing a surprise attack on the Chu army. But Sun Wu did not use all his troops to launch an attack, but instead selected 3,500 people as the vanguard, dressed with determination and light equipment, advancing rapidly. When the Chu army met on the east bank of the Han River, Sun Wu led his troops to retreat, luring the Chu army to pursue and achieving 3 victories in 3 battles. Afterwards, the 2 armies engaged in a decisive battle in Baiju, now northeast of Makung, Hubei. Sun Wu used a preemptive tactic to disrupt the Chu army's position, and then King Wu led the main force to attack and annihilate, achieving a complete victory. In the future, Sun Wu used flexible tactics such as half-crossing and attacking while taking advantage of the Chu army's meals, making the Chu army powerless to fight back. Due to Sun Wu's heroic command, from the Battle of Baiju to the occupation of the capital of Chu, Ying, the Wu army only took 10 days, and the king of Chu fled in a panic. Sun Wu defeated the Chu army with 30,000 and defeated 2,000,000, becoming a classic example in history of winning more with less. In 496 BC, King Yuncheng of Yu passed away, and the new King Gojian succeeded to the throne. The country was not yet completely stable, and Helu felt that there was an opportunity to take advantage of it. He did not listen to Sun Wu's advice and hastily sent troops when preparation was insufficient. The result was a great defeat, and Helu also died due to serious injuries. After Crown Prince Fuchai succeeded as the king of Wu, Sun Wu and Wu Zishu formed an army to prepare for war and finally defeated the state of Yu in 494 BC.